It's Jordan Mulligan from the Mulliganbrothers, and today's interview highlight is with world's strongest man, Hafthor Bjornsson, talking about the pride in Iceland. And if you ever go to Iceland, it's something that you will understand why. When we filmed Hafthor, I could see the pride among the people, and it's such a beautiful place. Yeah, you can understand why. Today's video is sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now buy the Not a Journal, which is a dateless journal to get shit done. And it means you don't have to buy one each year, and it's the official Mulligan Brothers journal. Thank you for all the support on that so far. But before that, let's jump into the highlights.
Do you think there's a certain type of pride in Iceland for their sports?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, you know. For myself, of course, as an athlete, when I was starting in my sport of a strongman, I was, you know, our history in strongman has been very successful, and we are only 350,000 people, and that's quite impressive. We won the World Strongman title 9 times. That's insane, to be honest. Been on the podium, I don't even know how many times. And we are only 350,000 people. And in so many other sports as well, we've been super successful. In CrossFit Games, Thors Katrin Tanya, and then we have other girls as well, and even guys that have, you know, won and placed high, top 3, you know. And it's, I don't know what it is, but we have been very successful in sports, even though we are a small culture. And why is that? It's hard to say, you know. Maybe it's the pride, like you say. We're very proud of our country, and we wanna, you know, shine and show the other big nations that we can also be great like them.
It feels like it's almost this small island very north of the world, and you in terms of the sports you guys take on, it's the strong sports. Like it is like, if any sport you want to dominate and show that you are a contender as a country, strength sports is one of the, like, is the sport.
We are quite good in that, but also like we are quite good in handball as well. Handball we're very good at, and then like football as well, we did quite well there, you know, and in other sports as well, you know, I want to say.
I mean, it's just amazing to see. Like it is, like you say, is that population 350,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like our city. And we're a very small city as well. So I think it's 500,000 in our city, and we're one of the smallest in the UK. At what age did you realise it was bigger than like other people, like bigger and taller? Was you always bigger?
I was always tall. You know, I knew at a young age I was always taller than my friends. I remember as a young boy playing outside, you know, maybe 12 years old or something, playing outside with my friends, and there were like older guys teasing me, telling me like, hey, stop playing with the kids. But I was just playing with my friends, same age and everything, but I was just that much taller that it looked like I was probably 2-3 years old, like 2-3 years old older than them, but they didn't see that I was just that more, like, I looked older, you know. I always did. So at a very young age, I knew I was much taller at least. But then when I started to train at the age of, like in the gym, at the age of 17, 18, I saw very fast progress. And then I knew that I've actually done, like I always want to say, good genes, but I've actually done the test. I've tested myself to see if there's anything special with myself, and there's actually nothing special with myself. I'm just a normal human being. But still, I was able to progress very fast. I don't know why that is, you know, but I was just, I guess, dedication. You know, I was very dedicated from the beginning, you know. I was always trying to get like information on like how can I improve myself in this and this and this, and the muscle mass and the strength just loaded on me, you know, this doof, 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 came on fast. Why? I think, you know, discipline.
Before strongman, was there anything that developed you to be sort of disciplined and have like an athletic mindset?
Definitely, good question. Before I did powerlifting and strongman, I actually started to compete a little bit in powerlifting. Then I took a turn and just did strongman. Before all of that, I competed in basketball, and I had some very great coaches, and they definitely had a huge impact on me and huge impact on my mindset and discipline for sure.
Yeah, for me, when I was playing basketball, like a huge discipline for me. I had a really good coach at the time, and he taught me a lot, especially even for life. Like those young years where you were shaped. Like, was there any lessons they in particular taught you?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the life itself, you know, and you know, I mean, I believe all the small details you do in life disciplines you, you know. For example, I spent a lot of time as a young kid on a farm with my grandfather, and it was hard work, you know. We worked. We woke up, we worked the whole day, and it was like that. You know, all the summers I went to the farm and worked very hard. So that was a discipline, obviously, you know, that disciplined myself to be like a hard worker, and then when the basketball came along, it was the same thing, you know. I had good mentors that helped me to become disciplined, and then when I had to actually work on my own, you know, in the gym, like, yeah, I have a coach, but he is not always there with me. I'm the one that has to do the work. I'm the one that has to eat the food. I'm the one that has to like do all these things. Like, yeah, you can have the best coach in the world, but that doesn't make you a champion. You have to work for yourself.
Love it. That mentality, I want to touch on that mentality for sure. Just reeling it back one more time, is like, it sounds really interesting being on the farm, working hard. Like, is there any stories from when you was working on the farm about hard work and dedication and stuff when you in those early days?
I mean, I remember my I actually didn't like I love my grandfather, obviously, my grandma and everything, but there was times as a young kid where I was like, fuck this, you know. I remember they woke me, like I had to go at early mornings, I have to like pick up stones and put them into a barrel, and just to make sure that the roads were like smooth. Take all the big rocks and like put them on the barrels, and I hated that job, but like I did it for days and weeks, picking up rocks, and that was probably the beginning of, you know, my strongman training, picking up rocks.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. Yeah. So was your grandfather, was he into strongman or anything like that, or was he a big strong man, or?
No, he just a regular guy that worked very hard, very hardworking guy that owned a farm and has worked very hard all his life.
And is that something that runs through your family?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Same goes to my dad and everyone else, you know, very hardworking family.
Like I said before, if you've ever been to Iceland, you'll completely understand where that passion and pride comes from amongst the Icelandic people. For such a small nation to have such success in a varied amount of strength sports is just unbelievable to me. And their football team, soccer team have done exceptionally well as well recently. So yeah, I love hearing from Hafthor. Hopefully we get some projects with him in the future. Obviously we're doing a lot of strongman stuff at the moment, so that would be really cool. Today's video was sponsored by Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now buy the Not a Journal, the official Mulligan Brothers journal. And yeah, thank you for all your support on that. If you want to see what I get up to behind the scenes and doing strongman training myself now, go on to my Instagram at Jordan Mulligan Brother, and I recently lifted the 180 kilo Atlas stone for my first ever PR, my year PR. It was my yearly PR, but I'm going to smash that soon. I'm going to lift the 440 pound stone very soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Have a blessed and productive day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.